Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. Today we are with 1/3 of a huge reptile company that's been canceled on social media more times than Kanye West.
Yo, what did you do?
Starting off hot, huh?
What did you do? What'd you say about Jews, dog?
Oh my God. I think they think we like smuggle children or something, but we just try to sell animals. That's it.
Oh my God.
You're so disgusting.
We're here with my friend, one of my mentors, and the great and powerful Manny from Tikis Geckos.
What's going on? Thanks for having me, guys. You know, every time I'm in Orlando, I gotta stop by. So.
Yeah, come on, dog.
So why are you guys getting canceled on Instagram?
The first time or the second time?
Third
All the
time
time.
forward.
So what I had it explained to me by David and other people is sometimes like if somebody doesn't like you, they can hire bots and constantly report you because a lot of people out there believe that it's animal abuse to keep animals.
Yeah.
So they don't like that we do this for a living. That they don't like that how we that we keep animals. So they just want to take you down. Instagram never actually tells you why they ban you. They just ban you. And then it's like impossible to get a hold of them. But after a long while, we were able to get our Instagram back, and then it got taken down again. But this time they messaged us be like, "Oh, it was actually a mistake. It was an accident."
What the fuck? They just had it on auto ban.
Exactly. They're ready in case we did something wrong, and then they gave it right back. So thankfully we have it back now.
So what are you guys doing to not have that happen again?
I think I have something for that.
So some of the things that they recommended was even in DMs, you can't link directly to the website. You gotta the best way to do it for them is ask them for their email, and then we'll send them everything through their email.
Gotcha.
So don't post about sales, don't post about selling animals, not even in the DMs.
Dang.
Yeah.
So that's what they recommended for us to do, and that's what we kind of have to do.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. What do you think about the blue check mark now that you can pay and it gives you access to somebody supposedly?
It gives you access to somebody. What do you mean?
Like somebody from IG.
No fucking way, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually just got it, so still learning more stuff about it.
The only thing they took out is the fucking reach. I wanted the reach.
Yeah,
but they're not gonna do it in the US just yet.
No,
okay.
Not yet. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's good, I guess, but it kind of also takes away the value of the check mark at the same time, right? Anybody can kind of get it.
It does. It does. The only thing I look forward to is the access to somebody from IG. You're paying that person at that point. So you can ask them some shit.
There's like that kind of benefit.
Yeah. That's the only benefit I like from it. I haven't tried it. I'm just
same. We just got it like 2 days ago, I think. So.
I'm just thinking about it.
Is it expensive?
$15 a month.
Yeah, 15 a month.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah. All right, Tino, pay it, bitch.
Yeah, now you're starting to see it everywhere. You're swiping oh man, all these guys are dang.
That's funny, dude.
That's the only thing I see, for shit like that, before you get canceled or some shit, you can be like, hey, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly. So that should help out a lot.
For me, for example, I got once canceled because we were talking about scorpions, and then we were talking about the comparison. Wait, listen.
Okay.
We're comparing.
Oh my God.
We're comparing.
I don't know if this is podcast safe.
No, shut up. I don't give a fuck. We're talking about emperor scorpion and Asian forest scorpion and their behaviors. And then they were like, somebody commented I heard that emperors are better with handling. And I commented back, Asians are fucking crazy. Canceled. Gone.
Yeah.
But it was wait, I'm talking about a scorpion. Wait a fucking minute.
This is why common names don't work.
Oh my God.
Tino, shut the fuck up, bitch. Come on.
Okay, so you and David meet in high school.
Start dating.
Basically.
It didn't work out.
It was love at first sight. So we met in high school. We were friends, but we never were very too close in high school. Actually, after high school is when we started getting close. Right after. Yeah. So we started hanging out. We started spending time together, and I was going to his house, and I was like, dang, I started seeing all these geckos everywhere. I was like, this is really cool. Yeah. I used to breed fish back in high school, like betta fish, like easy stuff like that. And I would sell it, ship it across the country too. So I already kind of had an idea how that works. The only thing that sucks about fish, and I love fish. Fish was my first love. But the thing that sucks is you can't really interact with them too much. And then so it was actually back in David's mom's garage where he had everything. Yeah. And I would just be there for hours. We'd I'd be helping him clean, unpaid, never paid me till this day for all that hard work.
He has it on a notebook.
Unpaid.
Inflation and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, look, this is how much you owe me to this day. It's $30,000, bro.
Interest rates, I got it all written down. I would just be there hours and hours helping him feed, clean, just learn the geckos, and I fell in love with it. And then it was actually, so we were doing that for a little bit. I wasn't really breeding myself yet. I would kind of like get some geckos, raise them, and be like, here, take them, you breed them, you know? But for me, everything changed when I got my first Panther Chameleon from Camouflage Creations. I got my first chameleon, and I got it, and I was like, this is, I want to do this now.
Yeah.
You know, it really excited me. It really like the things you can create, how beautiful it is. And I got so excited. And I was actually going to college. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in biology. So I had a different idea of where my life was going to go. But like that moment and then doing it with him, and, you know, we've always connected very well. Like we've been doing business together now for a decade.
How was that
close to a
conversation?
decade.
How was that
That's so
conversation
cool.
to be like, hey, we should do this together?
It was pretty easy. It was just like that.
Yeah.
Because
They were
we
already
were
together.
good
Yeah.
friends.
Oh, they
Yeah.
were already together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
just
yeah.
such good friends. And
Awesome.
like I said, we've been doing this for, I think about 10 years together now. And like, we've never even had like one big fight. Because, you know, you do business with friends and with anyone,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
happens.
tensions can get high sometimes, but we've never even had like one issue ever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's been, you know, it's been amazing.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's
So-
crazy.
It's because whenever Manny's like, oh, hey, I need my money, David's like, shut up.
So you remember back then in 2009?
So you guys just got everything moved into a new facility in West Palm, an actual facility, not like that garage thing that we were talking
Oh
about.
my God, stop.
That's an inside thing. That's an inside thing. Don't even worry.
Okay.
We'll tell you.
Okay,
We'll tell you
because
later.
is that where it went, right?
what?
The new.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you've been there. You guys
I
still
still haven't
haven't
gone.
been there. You
Yeah.
guys,
Fire, dude.
Yeah.
you guys got to
Fucking
calm
fire.
down.
I
So
know.
yeah, just got a property and build a bunch of sheds for all the animals. Everything that can go outdoors is outdoors, and we're actually always adjusting too. I think
Yeah.
even since you came, we've already changed a lot. Like I just added, we just moved all the outdoor animals on one side of the property, which has more shade, and they're all doing better. I just set up a misting system
I saw
for
that. I saw that.
everything.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
so nice,
What do you
so
do now?
much
Like, you just open a
easier.
hose or some shit?
Not even. It's just on a timer.
No.
You guys have a
What the
well, or is it
fuck?
coming straight out of the
It's well water. Yeah.
Fire.
I gotta do that. I need to do that so fucking
Yeah,
bad.
it's
Yeah?
it's nice. And then you know, just constantly upgrading, making things better. So
Okay.
it's been great, man. It's been great. I thought it was it is a lot of space, but it's crazy how fast we filled up that space.
Yeah.
As soon as we moved in all that, I was like, wow, we have so much space for this. Already less than a
Already
year.
filled
I was
up,
like
yeah.
already full. We got to do more stuff now.
You guys got like pectinatas out there, lacerdas,
Yep.
caiman lizard.
Yep. Caiman lizard is out most of the year. It can't really tolerate as much cold as some of the
Right,
other
right.
animals.
Yeah.
But the jewel lizard is out all year round.
yeah,
The
yeah.
pectinatus, unless it gets like below 50, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Day geckos outside, they love it. All the species of day geckos we work
Yeah.
with are outside. Chameleons, all of them are outside. The Jacksons even do well, which they can't tolerate it very hot, but they're in the shade, and with the misting
Yeah.
system, cools it down a lot, and they're doing very, very
They do
well.
good as fuck in
Yeah,
the cold, too, in
exactly.
comparison to the other ones.
I think
Big-
you guys have done like really good work with that caiman lizard, and that's not.
I love
very
that thing.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, I love that shit.
Yeah.
You can ask him. I did
Yeah.
not let go of that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's my favorite lizard. Like the monitors are amazing. You know, we used to have tegus when we had them. Those were
Yeah.
those were my favorite. But that caiman lizard, man, it's the coolest thing. He actually hates me right now. He gets moody because we had to bring him in because it's been
does
cold.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so it's been cold, so we had to put him inside. He did not like that.
Yeah.
So he just got put back outside because the nights haven't been that cold. Because what can happen is they can get impaction. So that's actually what happened to him. So we had to treat it, and oh my god, we
Oh,
had to
yeah, I
treat it
remember
twice
that.
a day. That boy hated us,
Yeah.
hated our guts. But now he's doing good. So every time it gets cold, we put him inside. But now he's outdoors again, like brightening up. I'm starting to hand feed him again and starting to work with him a little bit more again.
That's
So.
fire. I love that.
Yeah,
fucking thing.
he's seen how tame it is,
Bro, I
man. When
fucking
he's
love
nice.
that thing, dude.
I was actually, I mean, we've spoken about it. I'm like, what we got to do is we got to take the podcast on the road and then podcast
Yes.
over there, dude.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome. You guys are always more than welcome.
That
So
should be
that,
fire, dude.
yeah, and that'll give you a lot more access to a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Taking it on the road because not everybody can come here.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
like we always do it at night too.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
usually Sunday night. So if people
Yeah.
are here on vacation, like it's like, I'm
Yeah.
going home tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally us. We're going home tomorrow too in the
Yeah.
morning. So,
Yeah.
but
hard.
I had to stop by. So
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
our missing is Alejandro.
Yeah. Well, he was supposed to be here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't gonna do the podcast, but he was supposed to be here.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
trust him. He's sketchy.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I love Alejandro.
Yeah.
He was like Sunday night. Now I gotta go home tomorrow.
I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah.
For real.
But yeah, dude. So as far as like your personal like stuff, like what are your goals
Well-
with this whole thing, man?
Like this. So the thing is, we have all these animals are ours.
Yeah.
This is both of ours, but I let David just specialize on the New Cal stuff, the New Caledonian, those geckos. I kind of do everything else, mainly the blue tongue skinks.
Yeah.
So with my goal is that what you're asking with the blue tongues and
well,
stuff
just
like that?
you personally.
You as a person.
Yeah. Like
where do you want to go?
Like, what do you see as far as like the reptile shit? Like, what is your whole plan?
I mean, part of me just wants to get more and more and more and more stuff. But I actually want to do a lot more with education. Actually, Danny kind of enlightened us with that whole education thing, and I really do enjoy it, and I love the outreach, especially to like a younger generation. Like I just had my nephew's kids come for the first time, and they did not want to leave. Like they loved that, and then that's inspiring the next generation of animal keepers and herpers, and I think that's the only way we're gonna be able to keep this hobby around.
Yeah. No, I think that's very important, and I always say, like, as much as we like to laugh and shit on like the old heads in the industry, like you can't train them anymore.
Yeah.
They know what they know.
Yeah, it's like an old dog. It's like teaching an old dog.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
I'm ready for them to die, dude. I'm sick and tired of them, dude.
Yeah, he'd be like that, dude.
Yeah.
They can die.
I tell you, you say wild shit.
Yeah, we're done with them. Like, they're already over, dude.
Actually,
Like, what the fuck?
They had their time.
Nah, bro. Oh.
They're taking my social.
I'm gonna let it out.
By the
Yoshii,
by the time we retire, we won't have Social Security, so it doesn't even matter.
Yoshii, stop.
They're taking it all.
Yeah.
after we do this, I'm gonna show you a comment that just got left on the YouTube channel. It was like saying that your moral compass is like all fucked up.
Oh, I'm about to say it. Fuck this guy.
No, dude.
Listen. Like the old heads are so fucking stupid. Like we got one thinking she doesn't get fucking boyfriends because she works with Crocs. Ugly bitch.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. No.
I don't even. I'm out of the loop right now, so I prefer to stay out of it.
Yeah. It's better over there.
I'm
Yo,
good over here.
like get some eyebrows, bitch. Like, maybe then you get a
Oh
boyfriend.
my
Okay.
god.
And whoever said that, fuck you.
All right. Anyways, how I met Manny, right? So
You started dating too? Fuck,
yeah.
Dude, you're a hoe. You're out here just
I'm
I
South
got it.
Florida, bro. It's how we are. We're
be like that down
sucios.
there, dude.
Sucios.
Just trying to pivot this shit so hard right now. So I was looking on Facebook for like blue tongues and shit, right? I was just getting into blue tongue skinks. I saw the Brian Barczyk video that's like how to be a millionaire with reptiles, and he showed blue tongues. I was like, that's the one. That's what I gotta do, right? And I was getting kind of like mentored by some kid, and you know who it is. I've spoken to you about it before. He doesn't even breed blue tongues anymore.
That guy, yeah.
So, but he was always so strict about the lineage, the this, the that. So I was like freaking out. I was like, I gotta buy from somebody trustworthy. I went on YouTube. I was like, blue tongue skinks. I saw your video. I hit you up on Facebook.
That's your first mistake. You thought I was trustworthy.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, dude. And then you showed me the way, man. Yeah.
I actually don't really remember that. I remember like the thing is like
dude, way to roast me, bro.
the thing is like man, I've met so many people online and stuff. Like you're not special. You're not special to me.
I love that
I'm
shit.
kidding, man. And that's actually how I met
That's the
Alejandro. That's how I met Alejandro too.
Yeah.
I was trying to buy some of his blue tongues actually,
Yeah.
because I think I caught him at the tail end when he was selling it.
Yeah.
That's,
And
how,
I
you,
was like,
that's how you
Blue
meet people
tongues
as
to
blue
weed,
tongues.
dude.
Dude, literally,
What the fuck
I
is
remember.
this?
Okay, I went to the duplex with my cousin.
the hood HQ. Yeah.
So I went in there, and dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. For the longest time, I thought David hated me because I remember
What?
the first time I said hi to him, he gave me this face, and I was like, he doesn't like me. He's like, why is this guy here right now, bro?
She's laughing because that's just how he like
Yeah.
is. He's just it's not
It
that he hates
wasn't-
you or not. That's just his body language.
I didn't think you liked me either.
Yeah. I love that.
Dude, it's great. But so that's how we met.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I owe my house to you. Do you know that? The
All right,
Blue
let
Tongues-
me get a room. bro. Let me get a room.
The Blue Tongues helped me buy the house.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah,
giving him
man.
his flowers. I'm like,
Yeah,
thanks, man.
that's
Thank you for-
fire.
I'll take it.
There's nothing better than the smell of coffee in the morning. Okay. There's also nothing better than the smell of reptiles in the morning. Psych. Reptiles with coffee. That's the smell you want. The strongest coffee. All right. We have it for you. Head on over to the description or go to coldbloodedcaffeine.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get your Reptiles with coffee today. Yeah, so I think we spoke when we were at that Reptilian Nation show about the way that we're keeping blue tongues. And these guys like to make fun of me because of my rack situation. But that's the way we did it, right?
Right.
Do you think that there's a better way that we can do this going forward that makes sense financially, bro?
Yeah, that's where it gets a little tricky because
Yeah.
some of these enclosures, even like you just got to be practical too. Like imagine having 40, 50, 60 glass enclosures, like how heavy that is to clean, how hard it is to clean.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I do like the PVC enclosures a lot. I see even a lot of the Australians starting to move to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I would love to be able to provide UVB for the blue tongues.
Yeah.
Even though you can see that they don't, really need it.
Say something. Say something, Chuck.
Like,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for his sentence.
it's but like it definitely benefits them 100%,
Yeah.
especially with
Yeah.
with reproduction.
Yeah.
So it's something I want to do. I was actually looking into if there's any UVB that could be provided in racks.
Yeah.
Because that would be awesome if we
Yeah.
could do it in a rack system. Like that would be space efficient. It would just be amazing. But
All right, say what you're gonna say. And
I
then
could
I'm
put
gonna-
clothes in those gavetas, bro. Like, what the fuck?
No, but for like, I think they need it, but because like, why would they even bask in the wild if they didn't need it?
I think more than anything is that we've been able to get to this point without it.
Yeah, but
and
the
not just
animals-
us, the Australians too, who have been doing it for a
yeah.
very long time,
Yeah.
like multiple
You guys are sounding
generations.
like old heads.
Oh damn.
But
You
just
guys are
because
sounding
you
like the
can do it doesn't
dinosaurs
mean
that
you
gotta die.
should.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
So-
with it. That's what I mean with it. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can pull it off. You can breathe, whatever. the
And
fuck
it's
you
like
want.
Yoshi said, it's how we were taught to kind of
Yeah,
keep
oh,
it.
absolutely.
So we kind of just try to emulate, try to replicate what other people did who are
Yeah.
successful with it. But I think I do want to move to something like that in the future.
Yeah,
Me
I've
and
even-
David have talked about it a lot.
I've
And
even thought about it with the ball pythons, doing something different with ball pythons.
yeah,
I just think that, for example, my wife
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know anything about reptiles. When I first showed her what I was trying to do, and I showed her rack, she's like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And that's what the broader world thinks of this
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
yeah.
So we have to fix this back end stuff, fix the stuff that we're doing to showcase. No, this is better than what you think it is.
Yeah.
We should
Right.
hold ourselves to a higher standard than that. The Frank Payne racks, the way that he's doing blue tongues, I think that's the way. That it looks like the ones that are here in the back, where you
Yeah.
can offer them heat, you can offer them UV. Technically, it's still a rack, it's still a bin, but it's an open cage up
Yeah.
top. You can offer them everything.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, the only downside to those is you can't have as many.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's like what I was gonna say is like we might reduce our collection just
Yeah.
to be able to provide better for those animals, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have to reduce it to do that.
But doesn't it make it more sense too if you're producing higher quality animals for a better market rather than I'm just gonna take up more space with random animals because I can pump up enough numbers.
Are you talking about quality or quantity?
Quality.
Quality.
Like
I
you'll
mean,
make more in the long run with higher quality animals than whatever quantity
But-
that you're gonna have.
I don't know because we've produced high quality animals in the rack systems too. So I don't know how much that would affect. Maybe
think
that
he's
might.
saying-
yeah.
I
see.
think what he's saying is that technically, if you had less space, but all of the animals were higher quality, you'd make the same amount financially.
But his point is, he
All
already
his
has
animals
those
are high
high
quality.
quality plus low quality.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, can you match it if he already has the high quality?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what he was.
I don't know
doing.
how high quality they are without UVB.
you're an
Ah!
idiot. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck this dude.
I'm kidding.
So I mean,
Jokes.
something that I'm gonna be doing very soon is I'm gonna start throwing some pairs and groups outside to see how they do.
That'd be interesting.
Ron St. Pierre has showed me his setups. Specifically, what's been the best is the fact that in his place and in my place, our ground is sand. It's
Okay.
not like dirt. It's not clay.
Yeah.
So when it rains, it just goes down.
Yeah,
so
it
you're
just
not getting
drains.
the like respiratory issues. You're not getting sores. None of that.
Yeah.
So I think that for me is the way. I'm thinking about building a smaller house outside of my house to move all my animals in there, and then
Like a greenhouse or like a shed?
no, a house.
Oh, a house?
concrete
Oh, okay, okay,
structure.
okay.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay.
Just because, dude, I'm from Miami. I'm afraid of hurricanes. Hurricanes don't hit like that
Oh
over here. But I got PTSD, dude.
You're the stupid ass.
I'm scared, man.
Second floor is fine.
Yeah, when
I
I
ain't
was,
worried.
but when the hurricane hit, I was in an airboat, just.
I was gonna say, does this area get hit hard with
Not really.
hurricanes?
Not
Kissimmee
really.
got fucked. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a lot of
Yeah, but not
flooding.
like-
There's a lot of
though.
flooding.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
Miami
record.
fucked.
That's record breaking.
Yeah.
That hasn't
Yeah.
happened in years.
Yeah, we get flooded, so I can't do too much of that outside for
Yeah.
the skinks.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they develop the sores. Even the Marukis, man. Sometimes
I
that
have
like.
to show you the reduced pattern.
Oh yeah, for sure,
see.
for sure. But even sometimes even they like. Sometimes it's a
fine. He
little
didn't
much
say
for them.
anything.
I just actually put that clear like shutter that Ron St. Pierre
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
So I just started doing that. So it might be a lot better with that.
Cool, man. I mean, that's one that I see that a lot of people are doing them in groups is the Marukis.
Yeah.
There's a couple people that are doing them in Florida. Just
Yeah,
outside.
I've
Dude,
seen them
year-round.
breed.
It's insane.
Huh?
They're doing it year round.
Yeah, I still wouldn't do it. It gets cold, and some of the Indos don't really handle the cold very well.
Yeah.
So I still bring them in, but yeah, I've seen plenty of people be successful with keeping them outside. But I know Ron St. Pierre has good percentages, but I've talked to a lot of people, and it's like less. It's like the amount of females you actually get to give babies is less than the racks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Then indoors,
we're talking
maybe.
about racks and the way that
Yeah.
we do it, it's so like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say scientific, like it's science, but it's like.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Paper, this is how we do it from this month to that month.
Yep.
And they also get babies like a lot later in the year.
Yep. And they all sync up at the same time. Outside, like, it's crazy how some can sync up. Like, one that's 10 feet, a cage that's 10 feet that way can have complete different environment, 20 feet the other way.
Yeah.
So they don't really always sync up at the same time.
What do you think about those Ivory prices right now?
Oh, my gosh.
What's happened? They
Oh
dropping
my
or they
God.
lift?
Bro,
They
they went from
dropped.
$7,000
No.
retail to like
Yeah.
a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're probably gonna keep dropping,
Oh,
even though
shit.
it's Is it? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
Bro,
Dime
why'd
or
that happen?
Oh, recessive.
Well, because
Why
the
was that?
company, the
No.
company that's making them
Yeah.
has so many of
Making
them.
them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Producing them.
Manufacturing.
Yeah. They put them together, you know.
Factories, yeah.
They have child labor just putting them together.
Dude, yes. Let's go, bro. Put it right here. Put it right here. Dude. Put it right here.
That energy's rubbing off. That energy's
You
rubbing
say
off.
wild shit. Now you're with this wild shit.
let's
But yeah,
go.
so I think, and it's the same thing with the cappuccinos. You know, but I think
They went down a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Does that bother y'all?
A little, yeah.
that was
It's
funny.
like how in the span of like 2-3 months are you gonna have it at this price and then like just crash it like
Yeah.
that? But they're known for doing that.
Yeah.
They do that a lot.
Yeah,
So-
but I think that a lot of people are going to see that and be like, oh, there's no market there.
There-
And it's just like,
there
no,
still
no,
is.
dude, the market is there. It's just going to hit
100%.
the pet people quicker.
Yeah.
But wait till you see what the breeders are going to do to it to
Yeah.
make it worth even.
Especially
even
stuff
more.
with like the cappuccino, like the ivory. I don't see too much really to work with them because they all end up being pretty much solid white. There's some variations. I'm gonna play with it for sure just to see.
Pause.
But but like I think
throws up at
we
the end.
really need to start producing like the
So-
melanistics, the albinos, especially the albinos, because
Right.
the combinations you can make with that,
Yeah.
that's a game changer.
So, I mean, if you do the melanistic, it's that silver one. With the melanistic
The-
to the ivory,
the
Are
platinum,
y'all
it's a
talking about
platinum.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
What the fuck are y'all talking
But
about?
it's every reptile
Cappuccinos
has
and
its
silver and like what the fuck?
every
is this?
species has its own lingo.
Yeah.
It's like a new language you gotta
I feel like
learn.
it's politics, dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It's-
So with the ivory, this is my theory with the ivory.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Chuck. Look at him. He's like, I can't with this fucking morphs. Like, where's the wild type?
Yeah, literally.
The thing is with the ivory, if it's similar to the ivory ball python, that is white but with some pattern, as it ages, it'll be primarily white, right? If it's similar, there's still ways to bring out the pattern and some color through there. And that is with dark mutations and mutations with high patterning. So, like, that's kind of like my route with it. So, just a lot of contrast, a lot of... What? What?
Nothing, dude.
I hate them.
Yeah, that's why I was like saying like we do need to get these like melanistics albinos going.
Yeah.
Because we've had them in the country for a long time. It's just they're not really being produced.
Melanistic albino, like together.
No,
You could do
yeah.
that together too, and if you get a
What the fuck
double
is that?
double recessive, it's called a lava.
Yeah,
It's an
actually
animal
really
that like
cool.
its melanin doesn't know what to do. Like
Yeah.
each one of them is different. There'll be like a yellow with like an orange head, and there'll be like an orange blotch here. Like, and every animal I've seen is different from the
It's
lavas.
science, Chuck. It's science.
Yeah, it's science, bro. Just trust me, bro. Just trust,
Trust
me.
me, it's the science.
I mean, even the hypermelanistic blue tongues, they have like some of them
Yeah.
have red on the side. It's really fucking cool.
Do you think
Yeah.
we'll honestly even be?
doesn't give a shit, dude. If you want to support us, head on over to modernreptileshop.com or in the description where you can find our merch. And the best part is that a percent of the proceeds from the merch gets donated to conservation. One more time, that's modernreptileshop.com or head on over to the description.
Do you think we'll honestly even be working with reptiles for that much longer?
I hope so. I
hope
like
so?
to keep, I like to be positive about it. But you
I
know,
saw the video you guys had made about the Diamag terrapin ban.
Yeah.
That was rough, dude. I was like,
Yeah, and it just seems
Yeah.
like every day there's just more animals added to it. Not it doesn't. It's locally, nationally, and internationally. So we're getting it from all angles.
Yeah.
Pause.
This shit, he caught himself. Fuck. God damn it.
So I don't know if you saw like a lot. I think all turtles now are like or a lot of them are CITES, and all the ones that were CITES 3 got upgraded to CITES 2, like Matas.
Yep.
So we're just getting attacked from all angles. So I hope we can keep doing this for a very long time, but it's rough right now. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I do get worried about these bans, but it's like, do you really think that they would take everything away?
Bro.
They've tried. They're gonna try.
Bro.
Cayman's gone.
They're gonna try.
What was it gone?
Bro, I just went to Georgia.
Uh-huh.
You can't keep shit in Georgia.
No,
Yeah.
only natives, right?
No.
Oh, no
natives,
That's
no
right,
exotics,
natives.
only native venomous.
Weird. Why?
Yeah, and then
Of all-
Oh yeah, right. Of all things.
No permit, dog. No permit.
Wow.
That's all Georgia. I literally was with those people and they told me that shit. I was like, the fuck? Like, where the fuck am I?
Wow.
So that's a possibility.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Like, don't.
I believe that.
That's
though.
the thing. Like with the USARK shit, they always say like, oh, it's a right. It's not, bro. It's a privilege, and they can take that shit away, dude.
Yeah.
They can take that shit away
100%.
like they've done fucking Georgia, Cali. Like,
How do you feel about Chuck's opinions on USARK?
I fucking hate them.
No, his opinion on your shit.
What do you mean?
His opinion on your bullshit
Oh.
with USARK.
I think they're very important. I know you may not like them, but they are very necessary because
They're the only group doing whatever the fuck they're doing. But
yeah, they're the only one fighting for us.
yeah,
Apparently
but-
not. There's another one.
PETA.
P-Jack. Isn't that what Alex is always saying?
P-Jack?
P-Jack? Yeah, there's
P-Jack,
another.
that's
There's
some
another
bullshit,
thing, but
dude.
that's
We need
general
more.
pet
We need more.
yeah. But that's
So-
P-Jack
I
is general
feel-
pet stuff. USARK is reptiles.
Yeah, with the USARK shit, it, for me is like conservation wise, half of the time they don't know what the fuck they're talking about and it pisses me off. And then with
But you
that,
got to be specific because like I kind of want to like chime in, but like if you're not giving specifics,
Oh
it's
yeah,
hard for me
I could do that. I literally have
Yo,
talked
he's
to them
being
about them.
political with
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, I just
No.
I like listening to people. I love
This guy's
getting
so
different
remembering.
I've literally talked to them and they literally just cut me off. And I literally I've asked for actual data behind the things that they sometimes say. Like for example, they said that for the Burmese python, for example, that they became the main source of food for alligators in certain areas. And I went, show me the data. They went, we have a link. Send me the link. The link is a guy talking about a photograph that somebody else took. And I go, okay, this is not data. This is like third person point of view. And you could see like, as USARK Florida, one of the photos is like a python eating an alligator. You can see that shit in the comments. Like that's just public as fuck. Okay. So then I'm like, okay, that's not data. Let me bring some people in. So I brought some biologists in the comments and everybody started asking questions. The end. On a live, I started asking questions because I wanted to know. I literally went, yo, convince me. They literally kicked me out of the fucking live. Instead of like telling me like, yo, this is the data, this isn't that. Like that one pissed me off. Then like,
You're also not very polite.
huh?
That's
You have no manners,
facts.
Chuck.
I'm about to grab this mic. Facts.
Yeah, no. In the comments, I'm a little. I don't cuss.
Chuck is like, you stupid sons of... That's literally you, Chuck.
No.
Look at her. Look at her.
That's me.
Yeah, you want to trade
That's
seats
me
real
on here
quick?
though. In the comments, I try to be a lot better.
Chuck
It's
puts on his
just-
glasses,
He tries,
his
but
tie.
it
He's
doesn't
like,
happen.
okay.
Okay, so that and
He's
then
ready
with,
in all
like,
caps.
So
I
I don't
feel
know about that. So there's no way I can really.
yeah, but
comment.
like
So,
another thing is like we push away a lot of the problem and not even point at it. Like a lot of times it's like FWC goes, hey, invasives are a problem, and then they go, hey, cats are worse, and it's like if you argue that way, you lose. Cause it's like when you're in class in a school and then the teacher goes, shut up. You go, so and so is talking. The teacher ain't gonna give a fuck about what you're talking. So I'm like, yo, stop pointing that way. Figure this thing out. Stop going like, yo, that's a problem over there. Like
right,
be
but I
directing.
think the reason that might be done is because they want the whole truth. Instead of just like focusing on one thing, which can be a problem, is a problem, but it's not a greater problem as other things.
Yes, but then you're redirecting the problem somewhere else. You're not fixing your own.
Correct, but you also are educating that this is also a problem that people should be aware of.
It is, but like the other thing is like, oh, they're worse. We should get those first, and it's like, no, we shouldn't get them first. We should get them too.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
But that's not happening. It's just
Kind of, but no.
So
yeah,
what
not
they're
the
doing is they're just outlining the prejudice. They're like, hey, these people aren't targeting cats. It's like, yeah, you're right. They don't have to. They can do whatever the fuck they
Yeah,
want. They
yeah,
can
yeah.
target reptiles all they want, and
Yeah.
they don't have to target.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
the
not-
reason they
That's
come
their-
after
that's
us
what
is
they do.
because we're the smallest community.
Of course, and,
Yeah,
and
oh,
nobody
so we're
wants
an
us to
easy
keep
target.
anyway.
That's-
if they go for
the-
cats, bro,
Dude,
good
they were-
No,
fucking
you're
luck.
not.
Good
You're-
fucking
yeah.
luck.
They were talking about that venomous bill that they were trying to
Yeah,
pass,
yeah.
and they were literally just like making fun of the whole thing the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
FWC specifically.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think that in itself is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they're
just-
pragmatists. They don't think reptiles
Shitting
are
on-
things
of
to
course,
keep. Or
Of course, yeah. But then
be around
we have
or,
people
like-
within the industry that everybody's hush about too.
Yeah.
Like people fuck up all the fucking time, dude. People are doing fuck shit all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there's always new spots for invasives, new invasives in certain areas that people do on purpose, and we're just
You can
quiet.
tell
Nobody-
how
No,
passionate
but-
Chuck is by his
but Chuck-
neck vein.
But Chuck, here's the thing. Money talks. Money talks.
No, I
You
don't.
get these people to stop buying their animals, they'll stop. They'll go pick a new hobby.
yeah.
That's it.
That's my point. It's like, okay, you're gonna fight this. I feel like everybody's going around the fucking problem instead of going for
Right,
the problem
because
itself.
USARK with their biggest donors, right, down south.
Yeah, but-
not Tikis. Biggest, biggest donors down south. They're gonna be like, oh, these people are doing some fuck shit. They're
Yeah, of
not.
course,
That's
it's-
where all their money comes
That's
from.
why I can't. That's why I can't support them. That right there.
Yeah, but it's like
That right there.
it's not like USARK never was like, specifically when the Tegu thing was going on, right?
Okay.
We were like, yo, how can we help tackle this problem? Just don't take away our shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that is a very good thing that they were doing.
Yes, but how?
Yeah, and offering alternatives too.
Yeah.
They did that with the
Like
time lapse.
like the what was it called, the permits before, like that you needed for like
The
right?
CSP?
prohibited.
Yes.
Yeah,
which was shown to work.
yeah.
You know, so
I feel like in that aspect, it's way harder, like for me to trust the same group that caused the problem, especially if the group can't like point out like we can't cut down the
so
person
what you're
who-
saying?
But you can't trust the
USARK
group that
caused
thinks you're
the
a crackhead
problem,
either.
or
No,
keepers?
keepers. Like,
Oh,
like,
keepers.
fuck keepers.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
Yeah.
people. Like, I'm not even talking about the main industry. I'm talking about the people that caused the problem themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the specific people. It's like, those people come out untouched every single time, dude.
It's because like how are you gonna pinpoint where?
That's the
where
problem.
it
So, me
started?
being an organization trying to tackle that, I'm not going
Right.
to trust the same group if I can't pinpoint.
But are you gonna trust
Who's who?
FWC also, who also
No,
released a
no.
lot of evasives?
Yo,
here
that's
for
another thing. That's
other-
another thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not on either side. I feel
Okay.
like both groups are like, y'all motherfuckers are all over the fucking place. Like,
Right.
I can't be on either side.
Right,
Yeah.
but even if you're not, I would still think I think it's still good to support USARK because banning doesn't really make anything better. It doesn't.
It
and
doesn't.
it's the only.
It doesn't fix a problem that's already
Yeah.
there.
No.
doesn't.
The problem's already there. It does not fix it. Can't do shit to that. But I feel
And
like
if you get to-
It's not
it can-
preventative.
It can hold the
Yeah.
problems
It's not
that can
preventative.
come from other animals.
It's not
because,
preventative.
Hold up. Because I personally know of people doing some of the fuck shit.
Oh, and
And it's
because
like-
because
and
it's
it's
banned,
like-
they're gonna stop. They'd be like, "Oh, you're right. The law says no. Let me stop doing it now."
because a lot of those
That
people,
law.
a lot of those people move those things legally and have ways to do it, make money legally.
Right, now
If you cut
FWC
that
can
shit-
track it. You cut
if you
that-
cut that shit, I mean that's
they're gonna stop doing it, right?
you already know that's on the works.
No.
dude. You already know that's on the works. You know the name.
Yeah.
You know the name with the venomous shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know the name.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Whether we like it or not, we're losing.
oh yeah,
Caimans,
I
we're
already know
losing
everything. Like for me,
arachnids,
we're done.
We're losing
If I'm
boas.
being
Because
honest
no
with you,
side is good.
if I'm being honest with you, I really don't think in the end of the day everything's gonna be gone. I think there's gonna be.
No, you can keep white screen frogs.
I think most of like
Core
the,
steaks is fine.
like the shit that you will see, and it's unfortunate.
Big
most of the
stuff
shit,
for sure.
big stuff is gone. The stuff that you see at like Petco, safe. Because how the fuck is FWC gonna fight?
Well, it
No,
depends
bro,
on what
they've
it
been
is
getting hit
though.
Right now, they took dogs from the motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Actually, wanna
yeah,
take a vote.
exactly.
I actually want to take a vote. I actually wanna
It
take a
depends
vote.
on what it is. They took
Yeah.
green iguanas were at Petco
I want to
too.
take.
Yeah.
I want
Oh,
to take a
Tegus,
vote.
Tegus at
I just
Petco
got
too.
got.
I want to take a vote.
Yeah.
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 Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. I want to take a vote. Do you think ball
Ball
pythons?
pythons.
Do you think ball pythons would hit a ban? Would get a ban?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
what?
Would get a ban.
Would get banned.
Would get
If
banned.
they already tried.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are actually not
Yo,
tried.
they could
Trying.
literally-
think
Pythons.
yes?
They want to
You
get
think
all
yes?
pythons. Yes.
Yeah.
You think yes?
I'll fight all of Florida.
Honestly, I think no. Because of how big ball pythons are in general, I feel like no.
The thing is,
That'd be
okay,
hard.
There's
dude.
another thing. They make things illegal, and people find loops to still keep like animals. Oh, this is a subspecies, not a species. You know.
I mean,
I wish.
facts.
I wish there was a
That's
loop for
correct.
Tegus.
Huh?
I wish there was a
Look,
loop for
look, look,
Tegus.
if-
You know, like what
Look,
they did with the
Chuck.
now monitors.
Chuck, if
And it's
they're
like, oh,
stupid,
these are
they're
ornates.
stupid.
These are ornates. Then people started doing the loops around, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, you're gonna get caught in the loop. Then the loop is gonna get broken, and they're gonna ban everything. So if you're trying to ban a python, right? Like the rock pythons has different types. People kept bringing them in because this is a southern, whatever. they're gonna go, okay, we can't hit this motherfucker completely.
They're gonna
so
hit whole genuses.
Python, exactly. They
Whole
go like
genuses.
genus, fuck it, because we can't hit.
And then they say if we can't tell the difference, it's banned also.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's a problem as well. But it's like both sides. I'm just here just waiting for it to just fucking fall
You guys
apart.
going
dude.
to the hearing in May?
Are we? Secretary?
I try to every single time. It's
Yeah.
just you guys are available.
Whatever she says.
I try to rally the troops.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
probably
I'm
end up
trying
being
to-
there.
I'm trying to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
haven't gone to a single one.
I just kind of.
It's fun.
Every time I go to one of those, I get like it depresses me.
Yeah.
It is very
because
depressing.
it's to me it's a show because these guys, the head of FWC, already have their mind made up,
Yeah.
and they're just letting us be there to be like, hey, look, we heard them out. We heard up there, and it doesn't.
Or they can just randomly be like, all right, we have like 50 people that want to talk 2 minutes each.
Yeah,
All right,
just
keep
let
it.
them
Like,
talk.
yeah.
To say we let them talk, and then our decision is gonna be the same at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean,
So
politics,
I still go.
that's
You know,
the
I still
state
try to
anyway.
go and support and all that. You know, have our voices heard. But man, it's really depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only did the Tego and Iguana one, and then after hearing the people from the community, I was like, I'm out. I'm fucking out. Like, everything is my pet, and I want to keep my pet because I love it. And I'm like, who the fuck let that motherfucker talk? Like, who the fuck? Take that motherfucker out.
The
Like,
don't
we need somebody else.
The don't tread on me mentality is just old.
Yeah,
it's old.
it's
It's
like-
overused and it's wrong.
And that's the thing with the cat thing too. Like, if you go up there and then you point out another problem, it's like, wait, bro, like, handle this problem first. Like, they're coming for us. Handle this problem. Their problem is iguanas. Stay right here. If you go over there, they're gonna go right over the heads.
The
And
thing
then
is
it
that there's
doesn't
nothing
matter.
they can do.
Yeah,
There's
no,
nothing they can do.
facts.
If the chairman is like, oh, I don't want people to have any more fucking corn snakes or ball pythons, he makes a decision. It's done.
Yeah, I mean, it's
over.
like, it's the
it doesn't
group.
matter what
It's the
evidence the
group.
tag group gives him. It doesn't matter what Chuck says on the stand. It doesn't matter how much money USARK
kinda-
has.
it-
At the end of the day, it comes down to 6 people's decisions. I think 6 or 5, and that's
He
it.
tried to look for that extra finger. He was like,
Yeah, like 6.
found it.
This is one just grows out.
Dude, I had one of the workers here at the shop. He was counting, and he was like 1, 2, 3. I was like, dude, you got extra fucking fingers on this hand.
Fucking
Oh,
idiot.
how are the doom rolls doing outside?
Oh, they're doing fantastic.
Fuck yeah.
So
dude.
she might be gravid, she might not. She's thick right now.
Hell yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah?
long
So, like,
gestation though. It's a long gestation.
How long?
It's like around 9 months.
That's about average.
Yeah, so it's like
I hate
so
you.
it's like when you breed them, like the next season they're off. So I actually picked up another female, so I
Okay.
can
You can-
hopefully.
So once you
constantly
see her
keep-
gravid, you probably like bring her inside.
And then put
when
the
it's
iguana-
closer to time, yeah. Well, I paired her up in around November, so late summer.
Yeah.
I'll probably bring her inside just in case. But they're doing good, man.
Did they
I
ever
just
climb?
Huh?
Did they ever climb, or are they always on the ground?
They'll climb,
Okay.
but they're gonna be more on the ground.
okay.
And then I also just put the clear shutters on them so it doesn't get too wet because Dumros don't like it that way. They actually like a little drier. So they're doing great, man. They're eating together too. I don't gotta separate them. Nothing.
Fire.
They're doing fantastic. I'm really excited. I'm raising a baby females, and I just bought like a big, like another 5-foot female.
Fuck yeah,
So
dude.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna need
I
some
love
babies.
those things.
Like
Yeah,
something that
hopefully.
we
I love
can
them.
keep-
They're
I
so
love that they don't
cool.
get banned.
I love them, bro.
fucking-
I
fucking
fucking
with
love
you,
them.
bro.
I fucking love them, dude.
You guys
Yeah.
have any like new projects that you guys are working with?
Like new species?
Yeah. Anything like cool that
I'm
sticks
trying to
out?
think because we get stuff all the time, so it's kind of hard to keep stuff in
Flexing on
track
us,
at
bro.
this point. The rough throat leaf-tailed geckos are breeding. We found one good egg so far.
Dude, that's sick.
Yep,
That's sick.
a couple infertile clutches, but those are cool. This will be the first time hatching those.
Yeah.
We started hatching Japanese cave geckos, both the orientalis and the Do you remember the species name of the yellow one? I forgot. It's like Yamenishe. So we've hatched both species now. Oh yeah, I started getting into quail.
Oh, I heard about that.
I love those stupid birds, man. They're
They're
so
great. They're
cool.
fucking great.
Yeah, they're annoying because they beat each other
Yeah,
up,
they do.
man.
Really?
But bro,
Yeah, they're fucking rough.
they're violent with each other sometimes.
the
They can be
fuck?
perfectly fine, and then either the male would just get on females, won't stop breeding, ripping hairs out, and then like we'll sometimes take out the males, give the females a break. And then the females would beat up one of them. Like we had one that was just bleeding all in the back of the head. We had to
Jesus.
separate her. Like,
They're a
yeah.
gang,
But
dude.
I love them, man. I love them, and we're raising them for the eggs, to feed the monitors, to feed the blue tongues, to feed anything that will eat eggs. I'm really excited for the.
The Agurnia.
Oh man, they're popping out babies like crazy.
Oh yeah, I
The
remember seeing
Gidgies,
Yeah.
dude. So I had a female, right? She gave. I have a pair and then a 1.3, right? So the pair produced 3 babies last year, and then at the end of the year produced 5 more babies. And then while those 5 babies are on there, they're like 4 months old, she just popped 5 more babies.
Damn.
I have too many right now.
Are they live bears?
Yeah, live bears.
Wow,
Oviviparous. So they'll so just like a blue tongue skink.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on the depressas to give babies. The female looks thick, but this would be my first time actually breeding them. So, and I've never seen any of these guys breed ever. It's just their babies everywhere. I'm
They
like,
pop up.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
My big group has a couple babies too, but they're not as prolific as the pair for some reason. So maybe I might separate them into pairs to see if that's better. So they're doing great. Oh, the Cunninghams too. They're doing good. No babies yet, but I also keep them outdoors.
Yeah.
Really?
I keep them outdoors, just like Ron Kudo. I stole the way he keeps them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've been doing great. Same thing with them. I put the shutter on top, so there's no rain coming through. It gets nice and hot, especially with that. It's like a magnet, so it gets nice and warm. They like it really hot, and then the nights are cool. So I'm just waiting to see babies any day now from them.
Fire.
Nice.
Yeah.
There was a video you guys did a while ago about when you guys gonna get some?
fucking?
No. When you guys get some Ouroboros,
Ouroboros. I don't know why I can't.
the cataphract, the armadillo girdles.
Oh man.
We're
Yeah,
talking
'cause
about them
I
in the
think you
back.
did
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah. I don't know. I blank sometimes. There's a lot of but. I mean, I would love to have those. I've only probably ever actually held one.
Yeah.
And that's the one time we made a video on them.
Yeah. Ugh.
I would love to have it, but at the same time, like, they don't reproduce too much, and
No.
I ain't
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to spend like that money on something like a pet.
So it's just you and David that work with the animals. That's it.
Yeah,
2
well,
people?
his brother feeds all the New Caledonian geckos. Danny helps out whenever she's done with the office stuff.
Okay.
So it's 4 of us, and then his David's dad also helps out too.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, that's sick,
Fire.
dude.
Fire.
It's a
Yeah,
family
it's a family
effort.
affair.
I love
Family
it.
business support.
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 That's fire.
Did you guys all go to the Reptarium or just David?
Just David. Yeah, he just went out of the blue because, unfortunately what's going on with Brian Barczyk. And he really went because he wanted to give him a book. And this book is special to David because his dad's friend's wife, she had terminal cancer. Like, they were like, there's no point in treating you. And she read this book and kind of tells you how to eat, how to be as healthy as possible. And she's still alive till this day. Yeah, it's pretty.
Fuck yeah,
It's
dude.
pretty crazy. Terminal cancer, stage 4, everything, cancer free.
Wow.
So he flew up there personally really quick, literally just for not even 24 hours. He just went
That
to,
shit just-
to see the
Got
reptarium,
off a
to
book
give
and
him
was
the
like,
book,
yeah,
and then
that's
just
fucking
flew
awesome.
back.
Yeah.
Yo,
No.
props to David for that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the people that are listening still, fucking in the description, the GoFundMe is going to be there. He has a GoFundMe for the aquarium right now, and I'm literally donating every paycheck that I get. I'm like, I got to fucking send this guy money. I owe that guy everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
same.
literally.
How did-
I got into blue tongues because of him.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You owe Brian your
Yeah.
house.
I owe Brian the house.
You don't
Brian,
get the
come
house.
live with me.
Yeah, man. I remember I was working with the Panthers. I was doing some of the Cresteds, and I remember just like as you do, just watching him on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then I really fell in love with the Skinks when he started going to Australia and showing all the morphs and all that stuff, and I really liked how not just that they're a great pet, they're easy, they're hardy, they're variable, they're so raw still. There's still a lot of work, a lot of potential to be done with them. So it got me really excited to work with them. And now I have way too many for my own good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the one that got me into that, man. I found a lot of animals through his, YouTube,
same.
just like all of us.
Yeah.
So,
That's fucked. That whole fucking scene is fucked.
man.
That whole fucking scene.
We could change the topic now.
Yeah,
it's getting
please,
real fucking
please.
sad.
I'm in the
man.
fields, right now.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah, go for it. If you're listening to this, you're a reptile lover. All right. And what do we all need? We need supplies. So we got you covered. Head on over to imperialreptiles.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get a specific discount special to us and our listeners for your reptile supplies today. One more time, that's imperialreptiles.com. Use the code REPTILESWITH. Outside life, outside of reptiles, what are you doing these days, bro?
Oh man, I like too many.
Twerking.
I like too. Yeah, right. Every day in the club, Bad Bunny comes on. I gotta go upside down and twerk. I got a lot of hobbies, man. I got like too many hobbies. I can't even do them all. I love fishing, so I haven't done it in a while either. But I'll do saltwater, freshwater. I love that stuff. I love the water. Actually, I'm gonna go shark swimming. Swimming with sharks soon.
Fuck yeah.
Jupiter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I know
Yep.
where
So
you're
I'm gonna do
I know where
that.
you're going.
Yeah, it's something I've
You can do that
actually.
here in fucking
What?
You go here in Florida?
Yeah, in Jupiter.
I didn't
I'll
know
tell
that.
you about it. I'll tell you about
Jupiter, West Palm, Miami.
God.
Yeah, they do it. They
Let's
offer it
go.
everywhere. So I'm gonna do that. I actually, when I went to school, it was for marine bio, and I wanted to
Hey.
specialize with predators like sharks and
it. Yo, I've told you if you go to Mexico, bro.
I'm gonna go swimming for whale sharks.
I already did that.
Did
I'm
you?
telling you. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna do
You let me
that.
know. I'll let you know who
All
to
right,
hit up.
all right. Yeah, so that I like to. I love sports, so soccer's my favorite. I follow Premier League soccer. Arsenal being my favorite. They're top of the league for once. They're doing good. Football, basketball. I'm a big sports guy. I played all the sports growing up. MMA, UFC, like so.
Oh, talking about UFC, big fight next week.
Oh, I know. I was. David's actually going. I'm not gonna go. Yeah, cause I'm actually gonna be going to Europe soon. So
okay.
gotta be a little smarter, huh? You know.
Yeah.
Can't be spending too much.
Where in Europe?
Rome. I got family in Rome.
shit.
So I'm gonna visit my aunt, and then I'm gonna go to Paris because that's where a lot of my family comes from.
Really?
Yeah, I'm Peruvian,
Yeah.
but on my dad's side, they're all French. Like he was born in Peru. He was the first. His generation was the first one from my dad's side to be born in Peru.
Interesting.
But they're all French. That's where my last name comes from and everything.
Does
So
your dad speak French?
not really.
Okay.
No, because they came to the country to Peru to escape World War II. Because my great grandfather fought in World War One, and then World War II they got occupied again. So they left,
outta
and
here.
I don't know how they landed in Peru, but they're like, let's just wherever this boat takes us, like let's just wherever this boat takes us.
Whatever language they speak, we're gonna speak that
Dude,
shit.
my grandfather spoke the native language because they lived with the indigenous people for a bit. It's called Quechua. It's the Incan language.
That's
So he spoke
fucking
that.
insane.
So can you imagine how weird it must have been back then in the 1930s,
You ever,
40s?
I know this is not reptile related, but you ever try to look back at the history of where you're from?
Yeah.
I went to Gainesville with my wife for one of her friends' baby showers, and so she was doing her thing. I was alone a lot of the time, and I just really went deep into the history of Nicaragua, and then I tried to see what tribe lived in the city where my dad's from that got conquered, and dude, I got so emotional. I was like,
Yeah.
people, they're fucking
Yeah,
people.
man, it's cool. And do you ever think about it too? It's like if this didn't happen or that didn't happen, you would have never been born.
Yeah.
I know, right?
If
Yeah.
France didn't get occupied in World
Yeah.
War II, they would have never made it to Peru, and I would have never been
Dude,
born.
When
Like-
I went to fucking Mexico, to me the Mayas were fucking dead. I go over there, motherfuckers alive.
Yeah.
Speaking the language and everything, I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude. I would try to buy something, talk to them in Spanish, motherfuckers switch the language, and I was like, what the fuck are these? They asked what the fuck
Yeah.
he's speaking, and he told me, and I was like, y'all alive, dude?
Yeah, man. They
The
keeping
guy-
that alive.
The guy said, touch my hair. I was like, oh shit, bro, amazing. That's just amazing. What you just said, I didn't know that language still existed.
Is
That's
that-
fucking amazing.
Is that why you have the caiman lizard? Because they're Peruvian?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why I love them so much.
Yeah,
If I look at it, most of my favorite reptiles are from South America, if not Peru.
Yeah.
Caiman lizard, emerald tree boa, anacondas. That's my stuff, man. I'm going to get eventually probably a whole arm sleeve of just Peruvian animals.
Cayman.
Black caiman, llamas. Gotta love llamas. And alpacas, bro.
Yeah.
They make the best clothing, man.
Is that what your jacket is?
Nah, this
It's
is
llama,
leather.
dude. That's your llama, dude.
This is fresh killed cow. I think.
It's still moving, that motherfucker.
You guys just went to fucking Hawaii.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I have to tell
congratulations.
you,
Oh, yeah,
congratulations. Yay. Did you guys do any animal adventures over there?
No, unfortunately, we weren't there long enough, and the weather was not the best. It was
where
very
you guys got
windy.
Oh,
What happened?
I said that's where you got your Jackson's community.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I was like, we gotta go looking for some, but we didn't. We
you
didn't even
see
see
day
day
geckos?
geckos.
Yeah, okay.
That's the weather
Yeah.
was rough.
yeah.
So, but just enjoyed a nice vacation. I hadn't taken a vacation up to that point in years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just busy working. I would not go anywhere. They took vacations. Or no, just you. Just San Diego one. That's where y'all met. It was work and it was stressful because that hike we went on was terrible. It was like a 3-hour hike up. It felt like a 4-hour hike back. 1,600 feet in the air. Yeah, panic attacks left and right. It was rough because you just look down and you're like, death.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
And you're climbing rocks, you're scaling rocks, and there's a rope there.
Yeah.
But that's it. You're mainly just grabbing and climbing.
You-
You're like, hopefully I just don't slip and die.
You didn't even know when that rope was put there. Probably 100 years ago, about to break.
Yeah.
It's what the
Yeah.
fuck?
And then coming down sucked too because the sun started going down. There's no light over there, and then like you're just kind of like feeling like, hopefully my foot fits in here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you would fucking die. I
It
took
was-
this
Yeah, I'm
guy
having
out.
anxiety right now.
I
Yeah.
took this guy out to a little ass forest
my
in the middle of the
God.
city, and he was losing his shit, dude. I'm like, dude, you can't survive out here.
No.
I gotta level him up.
Listen,
gotta
this is
level
the
him
thing, all right? Reptiles happened very late in my life. I was not the kid that liked
Same.
to play in the fucking dirt. I
Same.
was like, I'm gonna play Pokemon. That's it. You know, like that was my thing. You know,
Yeah.
then I played guitar, and I didn't go outside. I was
Yeah.
in a room the whole fucking day. You know.
I look fucking horrible, dude.
So when
Is
I
how you play with it? Dude?
Yeah.
That's
hey.
fucking nasty.
So
dude.
when
That's
I go
called
outside-
talent, all right? That's talent.
I went
What the
outside with fucking jeans, a whole fucking long sleeve shirt, a backpack, and I was like, I'm ready, guys. And these guys were half naked.
Listen, those guitar hands is why he's married.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm jealous. I'm a fucking DJ out here.
He was like, all right, Pokemon guitar reptiles. I know how to get them.
I really thought that you guys had more employees. It's nice to know that for real, it's a family effort. Dude.
Yeah, people are surprised. People and like a
You
lot of
guys do a
times.
lot, dude.
Yeah, we do a lot. A lot of people like call in and like ask for help, and then if she doesn't know, she'll get like me or David to help the person. They're like, "This is really you guys? You guys are answering your
this
phone?
guy.
This is the
You guys
guy.
are
They're like, I
answering."
forgot my question.
Oh man, I'm just waiting for the day somebody's really upset. It's like, "Can I speak to the owner?" I'm like, "Hold on, just put it down." Hey, what's up?
Change the voice real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, just change the voice a little bit.
Damn, do people ever bother you with shit like that? Like, I mean, in reality, like,
She knows. She's the one
I
that
know,
deals with
of
all of
course.
that.
But we're in live animals, right? So
Yeah.
like bad things are bound to happen no matter what your reputation, what your
Right.
size is. Do people ever be like, well, I see you on YouTube and I'm gonna put a bad comment? Do you ever get shit like that?
Am I in this Google?
Well, come, get into the mic, get into the mic.
She's the one that deals with. This is why she
Yeah,
gets
go
paid,
ahead.
so she
Yeah,
can deal
it-
with all this stuff.
It'll get to a point where I can't handle it, and then I have to get David involved because I'm like,
Yeah?
I'm not gonna represent us very nicely anymore. Like I try to keep a Disney voice about everything. That's why I feel like he hired me in the first place because David doesn't have that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there'll
can't.
be. I mean, prime example. Literally, like just the other day, we had somebody just following up from something that they bought at the local show in West Palm. This is at least like a month and a half later, and it was a chameleon. And we stress to everybody, whether you place the order online or in person, whatever. Keep our number. We give you guys magnets so that if you see something wrong, the second that you're questioning anything, make us aware of it so that we can help you
Of course.
every step of the way. We're not just like selling you an animal and peace out. Like we're trying to keep the communication as open as possible. So when we don't hear from you and then you're just following up with, hey, my animal died, what are you going to do to make this right? We're like,
Yeah, no.
That
where
makes
was,
no sense.
Where was the effort? You
Yeah.
haven't sent us a single picture of your
Yeah.
enclosure. There's never been a phone call, a voicemail, text message. There's so many ways to get in contact with us. So if you're already coming at us like that, like we did something wrong, I already know how this conversation is going to go. It doesn't matter what I say.
Yep.
It doesn't matter, how nice, we'll offer you, hey, we're so sorry to hear that. Like, can you tell us a little bit more? They don't care to tell us a story. They just want to know,
Yeah.
give me my money back or
for sure.
something. And it's like, that's not how this
Yeah.
works.
No.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
you know what's gonna happen now? Is that it's people after this they're gonna call and they're gonna be like,
Yeah, don't-
"Hey, can I talk to Manny? Is he there?"
Yeah, I think it is important for customers to understand at a certain point it's in your hands.
Yeah.
Immediately.
The animal's in your care. It's not a product. It's
Yeah.
you
You
it's
got to
fucking
do
hard.
your own research. too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
You know?
it blows my mind
You know-
how many people buy an animal and have like no idea how to take
I
care
think
of
about
it.
that so often. So like a lot of it, like axolotls, for example. Those are an animal that I'm like, look, how many times do I have to like do your research for you?
Yeah.
It's like,
Like your
yes,
baby
I'm
fe-
here
you're,
as a
like,
resource. I'm
feeding
here to
these
help
people.
you, but like I can't spoon feed it to you. I
Yeah.
can't give it to you.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta take some ownership.
Yeah,
Do
we
it
help
yourself.
out as much as we can, and how many times have you like spoon fed people?
I mean,
and we-
it's to a point. I didn't work with any of these species before working at Tikis Geckos 2.5 years ago, and I'm the one now giving the same repetitive information because I've heard it so many times
And that's how you learn it.
that I can take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I got this one. Like I can answer the same basic 10 questions. If it's something out of my realm where I'm not 100% sure, I do just pass the phone over. But it's these basic questions that we tell people like, have you looked into any of this yet? Like before I ship out an animal, I want us to be confident that this
100%.
animal's going to somebody
Yeah,
who
of
is
course.
who's gonna know what to do. Like it's not that you're gonna get this animal and then you're asking a million questions. So the
Right.
questions are welcomed, but there also needs to be a little bit of effort on your part to take the initiative and do that if this is an animal that you really want. My favorite thing in the world are the parents who call, or I have to call them that they place the order, and they're telling me, oh, this is for my kid. And so red flags go up. I'm like, oh God, I'm like, how old is your kid? Like, you know, have you guys had this animal before? But there are the parents that are like, oh no, we made them do an entire presentation to us. They presented all the information that we were asking. You know, we have the enclosure set up. We're happy to send you guys photos. Like, they make the kids, if they really want it, should make that effort to look for those answers.
Yeah, she does a really good job with that, like sniffing out the people who are like, they might seem like they're not ready to, you know, just educate them. Or
just particular animals, like chameleons aren't for every, they're not a really big
not for
animal in
everybody.
general. So it's like, please send me what you have before we even put an animal in the box to begin with.
That's
Like,
literally.
that's just
Respect
how
that.
it goes.
Literally.
We're closing this shit off. Roasting customers, dog. No. I'm kidding.
A whole podcast not even talking about blue tongue breeding, man. I'm this.
You want to do it?
Yeah,
real quick?
because Dave
cut it off.
Dave Levinson would be very upset.
That what?
Dave Levinson would be upset if we don't talk about blue tongues.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do
Maybe
you
a
one
special
better.
episode.
There's gonna be a part 2 on this because these guys will fucking murder me if we
Okay.
talk.
Yeah,
about
just kick
No,
him out
that's
now.
fine.
Just kick him out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a little bit about
All right,
horse.
just quick, just some cool stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
So you put there's a mom and a dad, the
what
birds
the
of the
fuck
bees,
is happening?
and then they fall in love.
No, I'm
in
listening.
a rack. It's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. They don't need UV. You could feed them once every 3 weeks. As a matter of fact, don't even turn on the heat. They'll just breathe.
That vein is like stretching to his head now.
All right, so this is the secret. There are no secrets.
Secret sauce.
No.
I kind of wanted just to touch a little bit on like the future maybe of blue tongues because I know a lot of people who work with them are a little worried because, for example, for the past few years, most of our stuff was going overseas,
Yes.
and now it's not really looking the
in.
best because they're all Australian lizards or animals. I feel like went CITES,
All the
and not only are they just CITES 3 because CITES 3 is still pretty easy to work with. All you got to do is get a permit, and you can export them.
Okay.
As far as I know, there hasn't been anyone that's been able to export them. As far as I know, I don't know if you guys know of any. So it's causing a lot of people to freak out because like these guys from overseas, they'll be like, hey, give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 at a time, whatever you can get, I'll take. And so it allowed us to, like, for example, me, that's why I kept so many back. I have like probably over 130 adults.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and that's just northerns.
Yeah.
That's just northerns.
Yeah.
You know, so that had me a little worried, but I think the future is still very good for them, very bright, especially in the pet area. The pet demand is still very high.
This is the thing
Very
with
high.
blue tongues, and this is something that I've been saying since I got into them, is that is the superior pet lizard.
Yeah.
If everybody thinks right now of the pet lizard, everybody's like bearded dragons. You know what's more rewarding and easier to take care of? A blue tongue skink. You know what's more active? A blue tongue skink. Yeah, the poop smells funny, but that is the better
Beauties
animal.
too. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
Beardy's got
man.
strong poop.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
No, I do think that is the way to go. If I had to think, damn, what would be the quote unquote ball python?
lizard
And
version.
lizards. It's blue tongues.
I think it's crested geckos and or leopard geckos.
Okay. Well, I'm excluding
Because they're-
geckos.
oh,
I'm excluding
okay,
geckos.
okay.
Excluding
I feel
geckos.
like
Okay.
geckos are still like. Well, Cresty is different, but leopards are just.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of classify like whenever I think of like those new cow geckos, I always like I will think a crested
Yeah.
gecko is like the ball python. You
Yeah.
got your
Yeah.
gargoyle is like a boa constrictor.
Yeah.
You know
I
that's
feel
kind of
like blue tongues in your case, they're like. It's like a ball python. It's not that big, not that small.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it got the size.
It's
for
It's like
it.
a nice like medium size.
Yeah, it's like it got the
like-
size to it. It looks good.
It's hardy, so your kid could throw it around. It's gonna be
It's
fine.
hardy. It's
Wait a minute.
They can take a beating, you know. They're good.
what are we talking about again? It's
The
hardy.
future.
It's average. It could take a beating. What are you
We're talking about Chucky.
Oh my.
Hey yo, hey yo, dude.
It's a mad boy reptiles. That's what we're talking about.
No, but
Yo.
I don't think there are a lot of people. Sorry, bro. It just came to me right now. There are a lot of people dumping their adult fucking.
Oh
blue
yeah,
tongues.
oh yeah. Just go on Morph Market.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is not the time to do it. This is
Yeah.
the time to wait patiently.
It sounds like you're talking about
Agreed.
stocks right now. It's
that's-
great.
It
That's
kind
not-
of. We actually made a video just like that too.
Really?
Yeah, because it's kind of the same. It's to a degree.
market.
It's a
Yeah,
live
'cause-
animal,
yeah,
but
there's a market and
Exactly. It
it's-
fluctuates. Like Dumeral boas. Years ago, they were like $100, $200,
Yeah,
like
dirt.
really, really cheap. Now, I think we sold babies in the last 2 years for like $600-$700 for a baby. You know, it's just markets fluctuate.
Yeah.
Fluctuate.
Yeah.
So
Right
it,
now,
like,
yeah,
sucks.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This year, I do think the prices of blue tongues are gonna be a little rough, but just wait till it hits back.
Well, rough because I think we got into it at a high.
Yeah.
So it's not really rough because for the most of the time, blue tongues were really cheap. They were like $100.
Yeah.
They were really cheap.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be probably normals like around $250. You know, and that's still a good price.
I think it's a good price.
That's still a very good price. We before, if you would post something at $300, $350, sold like that.
Yeah.
Sold instantly. But I think that was just on a high, and you know it's coming down. But people are freaking out, but we shouldn't because it's not like it's on a low or anything. I think there's a big market still for really high end animals. You can't get away with selling an animal from high end lines that doesn't show it.
The
You
pitch
can't get away with
blacks-
that anymore.
The pitch blacks themselves. Nobody, I wouldn't say nobody, but not a lot of people were buying blue tongues.
Mm-hmm.
And then Frank Payne's like, "Oh, the pitch blacks are out," and everybody's like, "I need to buy
Exactly.
one right now."
So
my
that-
dumbass didn't buy one.
I have one. I have many. But
I will be getting mine from you.
I think that's very important, like
Yeah.
showing these new morphs, or not necessarily new, but how they look now. Like something I'm really excited about is the hypocalicos.
Yeah.
Because like I bred a lot this year, them to a lot of different things, reds, yellows, White Walker line, a bunch, everything I could, because I have one generation of hypocalico outcross, and it's just a much brighter animal. It almost like acts like I mean, again, I haven't been working with it very long. It's only been like a year, 2 years, but it almost feels to me like almost like a hypo or like an enchi type,
Okay.
where it can enhance
Understood.
enhance the animal, enhance the color of the animal. So I'm really excited to see what that does with. I even paired it to a pitch black too. Now thinking about it, so I just want to see kind of what it does because it's such a freaky animal. It doesn't. It looks almost like a Key Island blue tongue. Like it's really
I
funky.
haven't seen them in person.
You
yet,
haven't
so-
seen them in person,
No,
bro.
I
You gotta come, man.
I do.
You'll
I gotta
see it.
come.
Even their eyes are different colors. Like, and then like I'll show you the outcrosses, bro.
Yeah, no,
like
I gotta-
I have like a hypocalico that bred to a really nice darker orange skink. All of them. You look at those skinks, you think it's like a really bright Swedish line animal, like a really high end bright Swedish line animal.
How's the Fuego Project animal that you have in mind?
He is awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's awesome. He bred for me this year.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm hoping to make some cool stuff. I paired him up with some White Walker stuff because White Walker comes from red lines, so it has those genetics, and a lot of those animals are really white. And then that Fuego guy
Yeah.
actually has a lot of like white speckling,
Yeah.
which is really interesting.
I literally I tried to not do what I did with ball pythons.
Mm-hmm.
When I got into ball pythons, I was like, I need one of everything. With blue tongues, I was like, I need one of the best of everything.
Yes.
You know, so that Fuego project, it's like I saw what the magma was.
Yeah.
The magma, it's not a red animal.
Mm-hmm.
It's orange. But the way that I describe the orange, it's like the difference between if you had like an orange Sharpie and then an orange highlighter. The magma has the highlighter.
Yes.
You know, so I put that with the best like contrast reds that I had to make the Fuego stuff. You know, and then now I have variable Fuego stuff. Like the best one that I produced, which is like very red, very highlighter. This guy's like losing his fucking mind over here.
I'm trying to imagine what the fuck you're talking about.
No,
honestly.
It's
Like,
okay.
I've got
It's,
a picture.
it's
I'm
okay,
gonna get a
Chucky.
picture.
Sometimes
Hold on.
morphs are better than wild types.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not always.
In
Not
this
always.
case, hell yeah, it is.
Yes.
But
No.
whatever. So then I have some that are like what I imagined, and then I have some that came out pink.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm so excited.
I think there's a lot like we don't understand yet with blue tongue genetics. Just like I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Crested Gecko stuff, how much like stuff is coming out like that's like recessive and like stuff like the phantom pinstripe. It's a
Yeah.
codon. It's a super form of a tiger. So that's why when we were like paired up, it's like, why is this stuff happening? Why is this weird stuff? We just thought it's like line bred traits. It's really not. There's a lot more going on there, and I think there's a lot going
That's
on
why
with blue
it's important
tongues.
to keep your records. you
Yes.
know? I think the thing that was tricky about blue tongues was that people were obsessed with records, and they weren't obsessed with records
A
genetically.
group of people
Yes,
were.
they were obsessed with the lineage, and that's fine and dandy when
Mm-hmm.
you're not trying to inbreed. The problem is that you shat on the people that were doing different.
Yes.
You know, and it made it
Including
hard to, you made it made it hard for some people to join this community. I had a hard time.
Yeah.
you know?
I think they messed up the market a lot
Yeah.
because they were scaring away people who are going to be future breeders.
Yeah.
And like, you know, there's two different markets. There's pet market there's a breeder market,
Yeah.
right? In a healthy market, they're both popping. That's what was happening with the blue tongue skinks. Pet market was insane. Breeder market was insane. So like you had an animal, you could almost like close your eyes and just put a price on it, and it would sell. It was really like that. It was crazy.
Dude,
That
the Fuego stuff was selling for a couple thousand.
yeah.
And people were like, oh, can I do a payment? No, they were just like, here you go.
Yeah,
It was
full.
insane.
Some of my first animals were like not even that nice,
Yeah.
and they're like $1,300,
Yeah.
$1,400, and I was paying it just cash, just
You know,
straight.
We're talking a lot about like the line breeding,
Mm-hmm.
the all the stuff. I know you guys put out a video about the super cappuccinos.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's any like, and this is a controversial question, I guess. Do you guys how do I say this? How do we make sure that we're focusing on producing still healthy animals, especially with animals that we are line breeding, that we are getting morphs out of, and that we are no longer receiving imports from, like new cows and skinks?
I think with just outcrossing it kind of as much as you can.
But there's only so much you can
I
do.
know,
There's so
but
many lines.
I think it's
there's
enough,
so much
though.
here. You
How
think
do
it's
you
enough?
feel about what Ron is doing? Ron St. Pierre.
What is he doing?
Hybrids.
That the
Oh, I've
that
never
to IJs.
had a problem with hybrids,
Yeah.
and that's
I
what
like
got
hybrids.
me.
I don't mind.
That's what got me in trouble with that blue
group,
tongue
yeah.
community.
And the thing is, it wasn't even one of
You didn't
yours.
want to hybridize, or because you what?
He didn't care.
I mean, I was cool with it. Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
care.
'cause you were cool with it.
So
You were-
what
you were
exactly
like it.
happened was a friend of mine needed help selling some hybrids, and they were labeled as hybrids. They labeled what they were. It wasn't no joke, no, not trying to lie or anything.
scummy shit.
And they just got upset for that, and they kicked
Dude,
me out of the
they
groups.
fucking like not even like a rando, like somebody that's quote unquote respected in the blue tongue community,
Mm-hmm.
like took a screenshot of the Tikis Gecko website. They're like they're selling hybrids.
Yeah, but that's
You
how you
know?
keep your shit high quality.
What do you mean?
You keep your
Without
group
hybridizing,
high quality
yeah.
with no hybrids.
I think
No,
so-
but the thing is that they try to cancel Manny, saying that he's like
shit.
they paint him like he's the hybrid guy.
Or,
He's, has
or they
hybrids.
did. All those guys are not in
Yeah, they
breeding
gone.
them
Yeah.
anymore.
To me,
for the
with-
most part.
Just so you understand my side with it, because I'm not against like morphs and most of that shit.
Right.
For me, it's like whenever it comes to like when people talk of conservation, but they do that shit. It's like when it's like, man,
No,
shut
right,
your ass.
but that's
No,
why I
even-
think it's
even
important to
without
be
that everything,
honest.
it's bad.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
Like when you're breeding to sell for pets.
Right.
Like it's not like you're trying to keep a lineage of
and
animals
see,
for shit.
I don't see the line either because for conservation, they're not. It doesn't matter. Those animals are never going to go back anyway. So
Yeah, you
the
can,
point
but they can.
they
But
could if they did it right,
We'll
but
talk
it's not going to
We'll
happen.
talk about it because your boy.
Yeah, anyway.
Because your boy is in it.
But see, even in the pet industry,
the pet industry don't do that.
At
shit.
some point, like if you have a 50-50 crosses and you stopped it there, fine. Everyone can tell a 50-50 hybrid. When you have 25, 75
So-
hybrids, when you have 12.5 hybrids,
It depends
that
on the
stuff's
hybrids,
impossible.
man.
Of
You
course, yeah.
hybridize a Irian Jaya to a northern blue tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you'll never
I mean,
know.
but this is why like
But that's why it's
Yes.
bad.
No,
Yes,
but-
That's
I see-
why
yeah.
I can sell you a
But why
hybrid
does
and
it
you
matter?
won't have any
Why
idea.
does it
We're not
matter?
getting-
Because then your
Anymore-
animals come out funky,
but okay,
and
we're
now
not
even
getting-
you've
we're not
messed
getting-
up what you're trying to do.
This is the ideal. We're not getting any more animals from Australia, right? The northerns are Tiliquas, Skinkoides, Intermedia. IJs, or from New Guinea, whatever, those are Tiliqua SP, correct?
Yeah, they're undescribed. I
Yeah,
think
they're,
still.
they're undescribed. So they're like, we can get some of those.
Yep,
We
we
can
can.
get more bloodline from that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in order to keep a healthy skink market, we're almost doing what the carpet pythons are doing. You know, we're crossing them together. We're gonna create different mutations. There are different mutations coming in from all the Indo stuff.
Yeah.
Even especially the IJ stuff.
Yeah.
So cross it like that. Then cross it. I mean, Australia, they're crossing their easterns, their northerns without a problem. That's how they have so many
That's-
mutations.
wouldn't do that.
That's where
I
the
wouldn't do that.
albinos. That's when they started taking off.
I wouldn't
Actually,
do that. Just because they're from there, I wouldn't.
But
That's where I don't.
But they're also the same species. Northerns and easterns are the same species. They're just
What's-
different subspecies.
okay, then whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
changes things.
like-
Yeah, that changes things.
So when the
For me, it does. It still
Subspecies
does.
don't
It
exist.
still
Subspecies
doesn't.
don't exist.
No,
I mean,
they do.
Subs don't
They
exist.
do. Some do.
It's
Some
locality with extra
subspecies
with
Yeah,
extra steps.
like subspecies is about to literally be taken out of that shit. That's
Yeah.
not gonna be a thing anymore.
So,
fuck.
so with the Easterns in specific, with the albinos and melanistics, especially the albinos, when they're trying to breed pure Easterns to the albino, because that's an albino, it's an Eastern, and their babies were very weak and just not doing well, not thriving.
Yeah.
As soon as they crossed
cross
it
it.
to a Northern,
Yeah.
Of course,
I mean,
it's
but-
the new blood, but that's
Strong.
because of the
No.
inbreeding and
well,
the line
not
breeding.
even. I don't even think
No,
new
no.
blood. It's just Northerns are stronger animals.
Yeah, they're more vigorous.
Yeah.
The problem was that the Eastern blue tongues, they don't have, they're fucking virgins, bro. They don't got sex drive. That's the thing. You know,
And the
When they put it
baby-
with when they put
yeah.
it with the Northerns, the
But you think
Northerns
it's something
like,
wrong
yo,
with-
we fucking.
But you think it's something wrong with that locality, whatever you want to call it, or do you think it's that the care is short? The care is being because obviously there's no UVB. But like we're not giving them what they need.
Bro, that thing sees
you
UVB and it's like this.
I love
Literally,
that.
the albinos are like, I can't
was just
see
talking,
anymore.
I was
because
just
of the
I was
UV.
just talking about that though.
What?
Because we don't do lighting. Oh, he wasn't here. We don't do lighting for reptiles correctly half of the time.
No, yeah.
Because of,
For a lot of the things,
we don't.
With people are like, oh, my savannah's so nice, my Asian water's so nice. I'm
that
like,
is
put it
cold
outside.
as fuck.
I'm like, put it
That is
outside.
cold as fuck.
Put it outside and
They
see how
could
nice
still
it
be
is
nice.
again.
They
Could still be.
nice. Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right. You're
yeah,
right.
yeah,
They still
yeah.
could be.
Don't bring that shit
But
up.
heat,
that's why,
light,
like,
that changes animals.
We shouldn't worry about light at all if we keep them in racks.
Go die in a hole, dude. Go die in a hole.
He's about to bring out the glows.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
with me, like with that, like ball pythons
Yeah.
and blues, I don't really give a fuck. It's shit when it's like the native stuff. A lot of times, I'm like, damn, like numbers of certain species are going down. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have them in the pet trade and we do nothing.
You mean
with
like
it.
native green iguanas?
They're not native, motherfucker. They're invasivos. But like
I just want to see you pop a blood vessel at this point.
but like something like the Florida king snakes,
Right.
for example, their numbers are diminishing and everybody's just making more out of them. And it's like, hold up, like we have something here.
But they're also making normals.
Yes, but then you have
They're
like
inbred
the
normals.
heads. Yeah, like,
They're line
like
bred
once you do
normals.
that and then passing counties around and shit, it's like, hold up, like we have something here, we could do something for them in the environment. But I feel
Would a fix be able to collect them and breed them?
Yes,
So-
100%.
we'll talk about it later.
Just like the Diamondbacks.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't mind what I'm talking about right now. I would volunteer at the OCIC. We take in indigos and we breed them and we release them in areas where they're no longer.
Well, I
really
meant
seen
also
that
in the
often.
pet trade.
And
Yeah.
I'm 100% on board with that. I'm 100%
Me too.
with the pet trade being regulated to a point where they can work with endangered and
Yeah.
threatened species.
But the problem
to
with
help them.
that, the problem is that is the crossbreeding of shit. It's hard to manage that. And
I mean,
make
yeah,
sure.
because it's in
at-
their private home, and you literally cannot
Exactly.
Go,
That's
No,
why
but
they
see,
don't.
the
That's why
OCIC
they can't
has
do it.
paperwork. They're like, where did this animal come from? How long were they together? Like,
I can make
it's
that
to
shit
the
up.
T.
Yeah, but I can make that shit up. Anybody can. That's the problem with it. Like paper and
guess.
signatures ain't shit. Like that's why they don't do it. But there's right ways to pull that
the
off.
fuck does this have to do with blue tongue skinks?
No, like I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm
just
just saying.
saying.
I like this.
I'm gonna ask
I
you a
like this
question.
segue.
I'm
just
just
saying-
saying that if they were like, hey, we have an endangered skink in Australia, we're gonna go ahead and give them to a bunch of people. Zoos already included, and we're gonna start giving some to some pet keepers. And if they were like, hey, Tikis Geckos, you guys are the second blue tongue skink breeders in the world.
You're
I
stupid.
can't even keep a straight face. And they're like, oh, we want to go ahead and are you willing to go ahead and donate an entire rack to go ahead and put some in of these
Yeah,
endangered
absolutely.
skinks
Yeah,
that
that'd
you
be
can't
fire.
sell?
That'd be
You can't
fire.
sell. They have to go back to Australia.
Yeah, no
You
questions
can-
asked. I
There's
would
people
love
that-
to. I would
there's
love to
There's
do
people
that.
that would. There's so many people that
There's
would
people
love
would
to.
that
love
do,
to
but
do
it's
that.
hard to trust. There's people that do. For example, I forgot the guy's name. Somebody's doing that shit with gopher tortoises. They gave them fucking gopher tortoises.
That's
he breeds them and
crazy.
releases them.
I would have
Like, you
done that with the
motherfucker.
diamondback terrapins.
Oh,
Yeah, 100%.
I would have loved to do that with the Diamondbacks, man.
Super
Even if
easy
there's
to breed.
regulations for it. Even if they were like,
Yeah,
hey, you can't keep
100%.
them
I
in
could,
racks.
yeah, you could tell me I can't keep any one single one ever. I would love to do that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fire.
You guys want to know something else?
What?
Timestamp.
Damn.
That I'm just gonna sprinkle in.
What?
This is coming out the week of my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
It's
How old are
very
you?
special.
85?
29.
29?
Do you owe
Damn,
Manny
bro, I
Brian
just
for your
turned
birthday
30.
too?
Another one.
Yeah, I just hit 30.
Hell yeah, dude.
Crossing the motherfucking
This is a
line.
special episode. I get to have Manny on.
Yeah.
Nice.
God.
Oh, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I started with roasting you. Yeah. In the beginning.
Off the rip. Off the fucking rip, dude.
We do have to do a blue tongue specific podcast. I'm trying to figure out a way right now to do like I don't want to do Zoom podcast,
Right.
but a similar program that they have. We'll figure that out and we'll just talk blue tongues for an hour.
Bring some.
You gotta
people,
get
dude.
Dave on there too. That boy knows a lot. Levinson?
Yeah.
I'll bring Ron on there.
I don't know him personally, so
You know, I'll hit him
if
up.
you
He'll
could,
love
like,
to do it.
get
Yeah,
us
yeah, of
to
course.
link
Just
up.
send me when you know and all that. He'll love to do
We
it.
also
You gotta
gotta
meet
get on the
him.
road.
You never met him?
Dude, I've never been to any of the out of state shows.
Well, he comes to the Daytona show.
Was he there last year?
Yeah.
I didn't meet him.
He always gives every time we go.
What did he say?
I thought he said it was timestamp.
Let's go!
Yeah, but no, Dave's an awesome person. I love
Yeah.
Dave. Like he's so full of knowledge. He's been doing Skinks
Yeah.
like for a very, very long time. Yeah. So he I'll introduce you to him. He's
Perfect.
He's a great guy.
Cool.
He's the one with the crazy mustache.
Yeah.
So-
I idolize that.
You idolize a lot of people.
Yeah, for real. I don't even feel special anymore.
All right, guys. Well, this was the Reptiles With Podcast.